Hello, and welcome to Tales of Maj'eyal. This is a game I've looked at before, though not in a huge amount of detail. Let's see. So Tales of Maj'eyal is a roguelike. It's sort of a roguelike. It's more like a roguelite, but you get lots of customization, lots of choice, lots of RNG as you go through. So essentially you do have an end goal. So you need to choose our first. Our first class. That sounds pretty awesome. So I am running this with both expansions. I've paid for both expansions. So there's that. It won't be a male character, obviously. So we're looking for strength, magic, and I guess constitution, or cunning even. Strength, magic, and cunning. Sure. So that's got strength, but it's minus on magic. I think it's minus strength. That's minus strength. That's plus strength, but minus magic. And it's plus strength, plus magic. 0 cunning way. I think the higher elf is probably the or higher human even is probably the class we've got unlocked, which fits the this class best. But yeah, you as you can see, you can unlock a bunch of classes that you get these through playing the game. There's a lot to unlock. So there is progression as well. I think some of these are actually added from by the expansions. Yeah, let's just call myself Smithy. So that looks like an expansion. It's actually an expansion campaign here. I'm just going to start with the original campaign for now. Let's go. So, this is the skill tree. So there's a lot to learn about the game. Every class has a different skill tree. Some of them, or every class has a different set of skill trees, I should say. Like if you were to say every single one of these lines is a different skill tree. Some classes share the same ones, same skill trees. Some have their own unique skill trees. Combat techniques is one that you'll find in most melee classes. As well as combat veteran, I think. So we start with class. Like we've got stats that you spend on your obviously your stats over here, and spending it on that allows you to unlock certain things of these. Like these will have stat requirements for skills. So class points go into your skills, and then you have generic points, which are mostly sort of passives and stuff over here. You do have a few spells that you can cast as well. Like hexes are mostly spells. These are things you have to spend generic points on to in order to wear better armor and use better weapons and stuff. let's see. So we start off with, this is our race. We're higher humans. So we start off with this generic sort of skill tree. So you call upon the gift of the Highborn to regenerate your body for 10 life every turn for 10 turns. Life healed will increase with your willpower. We're not going to go into willpower, we're going to go into magic. You generally have to make a choice between willpower and magic. Usually depends largely on your class. If you're not a magic class, then you want to go into willpower, and vice versa. Overseer of nations. Well, hires are not meant to rule other humans, and show no particular will to do so. They are frequently called to higher duties. Nature grants them better senses than other humans. Increased blindness immunity 10%. Maximum sight range by 1 and increases existing infravision. Heightened sense rating by 1. So there's a lot of different stats you need to learn. When you cast a spell dealing damage, you gain 15% bonus to the damage type for 5 turns. So, born into magic could be good. We can take a point out of that, though we will eventually need a point in that in order to unlock the next skill along. So, and this can be quite helpful early on. So we start with a point here. So Vim is basically it's essentially our mana. I'm not exactly sure how Vim works. You can see the Vim cost there. 12. Allows you to walk through walls, increase your defense and armor. If you're still in a wall and the effect ends, you randomly teleport, so that's useful at least. Oh, that's so this game is turn-based. You every action takes a turn, and then you have some abilities which are instant use, and you can see that you should under usage speed on the right. It's instant, takes 0% of a turn. So things like that are really useful. This one takes 100% of a turn because it's an attack. That seems very good. Hits a target twice and gives you life steal, and gives you Vim as well. So I'm guessing Draining Assault is one of our primary attacks. This is a passive. It's always active. Adds fire damage to our melee attacks. Every time we attack, there's a 25% chance of releasing a burst of powerful fire. Or deals 26 points of damage. Over 3 turns in a radius. If his talent is not on cooldown, the radius is increased to 3, and it stuns all targets. Seems like a really powerful class, this. So that's very powerful. Whenever you kill a burning enemy, you instantly deal a melee attack against a random adjacent enemy at 64% power. Okay. So that's better against crowds by the looks of it. Not so good against bosses though. We won't be killing any enemies. It'll just be a sort of one-on-one fight. Draw in the raging fires and envelop yourself in them. Remove all burns from enemies in a radius of 5 around you. Create a shield lasting 4 turns with a power of 81. Increased by 15% for each burn removed. The shield ends, it releases a burst of fire in a radius of 3 around you. Burning enemies for 3 turns. Okay. Whenever you strike an enemy immediately, you inflict a burning curse. As long as they continue to burn, you gain 0.36 health and 0.21 vim per turn. And it spreads to other enemies as well. This one actually costs vim to use. Restore yourself to full health, but take damage equal to the damage healed over 5 turns. It splits up the damage between you and burning enemies. Okay. I don't know about this skill tree. You probably need to know a bit more about the class to use this one effectively. Let's look at this one. Corruption / Wrath. Swing your weapon with incredible force, striking all enemies in a radius of 3 semicircle, dealing 106% weapon damage to all targets. Starting with talent level 5, all targets hits will have their armor and saves reduced by 12. And this attack cannot miss. That seems pretty good. Having an attack that can't miss is very useful. Unfortunately, these 2 trees down here aren't. They're actually locked at the moment. We need to level up to 10 in order to get a new category point. You get one. It says them right there: 10, 20, and 36. And there are also other ways of getting category points as you go through quests and stuff. But yeah, you can spend a category point to unlock one of these skill trees. Detonating charge. Launch towards a target. If the target is reached, you get a free attack, doing 121% weapon damage. And if it hits, you release a massive burst of fire, knocking away enemies except your target, and dealing 41 damage. It's charged from at least 2 tiles away. Okay, that seems. Usually you have to rely on rush as a melee class, but having charge seems, or detonating charge, seems like a much upgraded version of that. Voracious Blade. The blade strengthens in death. Whenever you score a kill with this talent off cooldown, your next 2 melee attacks within 6 turns will always critically strike. You gain 17% critical multiplier for the duration. You gain an extra 2 vim per kill. Another really powerful passive there. Destroyer. Your body overflows with the power of the Fear Escape, turning you into a powerful demon for 4 turns. This increases your stamina regen and physical power by 9 and your disarm and stun immunity by 23%. The physical power, stamina regen, and status resistance is increased with your spell power. Your other talents also gain a variety of bonuses. Reduces speed, draining assault, cooldown by 1, to strike against 10% physical penetration, and yada yada yada. So there's our demon transformation it was all about. The escape ship. Hang on, does that? It's instant to use as well, so that seems. Definitely going to go for that, I think. It's level 22. So Fear Escape shift. Open a gateway to Fear Escape. So I prefer it to a nearby location. As you step out, a burst of fire will leave with you, dealing 38 damage to everyone within 2 spaces, and leaving flames. It enhances your awareness, allowing you to see all enemies within 8 spaces for the next 3 turns. And that goes with spell power. This is instant. Cauterized Spirit. Remove all detrimental effects, it causes you to burn 15% of your max health per effect over 7 turns. Okay, and that's unavoidable damage. Infernal Breath, Exhale, a wave of dark fire with radius 6 lasting 4 turns. Non-demons called Maj'eyal will take 47.16 fire damage. Flames will be left on the ground. Demons will be healed for the same amount. Damage will increase with your strength stats. It critically hits as a spell. Okay. So your spell critical hit chance is what affects whether or not this will crit. More of a rock. Your body becomes a nexus for the escape, causing you to drag enemies towards you in a cone. Radius of 5, dealing 5 damage every turn. Okay, interesting. I'm definitely going to go for the corruption skill tree. Let's do this. Abduction. It's a target, doing 88% weapon damage. If it hits, you pull the target in, strike them again, dealing 118% weapon damage. Does that have a range? Oh, it's got a range of 5. So, quite a useful sort of ranged attack there. Fiery Torment. It's a target with your weapon, doing 98% weapon damage. If the attack hits, the target is afflicted with Fiery Torment for 5 turns, reducing the fire resistance by 14%. And so we take 16 fire damage. Okay. That increases by 3% of all damage taken while under torment. Demons under fiery torment will be burned by the flames of the fear escape. Not quite sure what that means. This is instant. Your strikes are imbued with a vital power. Oh, it's a sustained skill. Okay. Extend your victim's suffering. When hitting in melee, you have a 19% chance to extend the length of all negative effects and reduce the length of all positive effects on the target by 1 turn. This can trigger once every 6 turns. We've seen draining assaults. Send out a draw fire. It's range 4, striking in a line. 3.42 damage. Target is caught in the claw's grasp, taking 103% weapon damage as fire damage and becoming unable to move for 3 turns. Or taking 3.42 damage per turn. Starting from talent level 4, it will also silence. Silence is quite a powerful effect, so that's good. Okay. So the target doing 202% weapon damage. Cannot miss. Ignores all armor and resistances on the target. But you take damage equals to 25% of the damage dealt, or 30% of your current HP, whichever is lower. Okay, that's... You don't... Attacks that deal damage to you are never good to use, because some enemies will crit you, some enemies will just roll stats that mean they do surprising amounts of damage to you in a single turn. So if you're taking an amount of damage that will surprise you, as well as 25% of your health or whatever, or 30% of your health in a single turn, you are just going to get one-shotted and die. Share the pain. You ever win the heat of battle, whenever an enemy damages you within melee range, you have a 90% chance to counter an attack for 58% damage. Yes, a sustained spell there. You get once. Okay, that's a miss spell there, spelling error. You get 1 chance to deal this damage to a particular target each turn. Corruption. You've seen Wraith form, it turns you into a Wraith. Lets you escape through walls and stuff. Darkfire. Conjures up a bolt of shadow flame, moves towards the target and explodes into a flash of darkness and fire. 22.82 damage, 28.2 darkness damage and radius of 2. Flame of Air Rock. Call upon the essence of the supreme demon overlord Rock to turn into a demon. While in demon form, you gain 5% fire resistance, 6% darkness resistance, and your global speed is increased by 4%. Global speed is quite useful. With enough stacks of global speed, you'll essentially be taking 2 turns in a row. The flames with the Fear Escape will heal you while in Demon Pool. Resistance and heal with an increase of your spell power. And Fear Escape. So in part of the Fear Escape, you're targeting yourself and taking there, trapped there until you end the spell or until your target dies. While inside, a constant aura of flames will burn both of you and heal demons for 19.595 fire damage. This seems quite overpowered because if I understand it, this gives you the opportunity to in the middle of a fight, you can just teleport to the Fear Escape, heal up, and then teleport back. All summons are left in the Fear Escape, so it's also a way of escaping summons. You can just cast it and then uncast it. It ends when you reach 0 Vim. Okay, that seems very powerful. We're going to put a point in there, and I think we need a point in Rush as well. Combat techniques are basically all yeah, it's just stuff. They're not bad, but a lot of our abilities don't seem to be able to actually miss. So I'm putting 2 points in Draining Assault because that seems like one of our primary attacks. I'll be using like quite a lot. Strength and Magic are the stats we're going to go for here. Let's have a look at these ones. With successful melee hits apply a stacking effect with decreased damage done by 1%. So that decreases the damage your enemy does by 1%. Up to 8 stacks, and further attacks refresh for duration. It wears off if you're more than 2 spaces away. At level 3 it slows by 0% per stack. I assume that will go up depending on not sure, maybe your magic. It doesn't actually say it what this scales off of. Interesting. It's a sustained skill though. Amplifies the power of fear on the targets. 1% per stack and sets the duration to 10. Amplified fear spreads to all enemies in radius of 3. You consume the fear of enemies in radius 10, healing for 7 life and gaining 4.2%. Hope wanes. Cautious fear of a target, at least 8 fear stacks. Consuming all fear stacks and making it unable to act for 2 turns. Ignores saves and immunities. That seems like it's quite viable against the most difficult bosses in the game. Melee attacks cripple targets when they quickly strike. Movement speed by 70%, accuracy by 10. And also gives you a chance to quickly strike. So, use your stored Vim to supercharge your body, recovering 20% of your maximum stamina, 19% of your maximum health. You'll be able to survive your HP going under 0 down to minus 46 HP for the next 8 turns. Doesn't take a turn. So that's a heal, which could be useful. Demonic blood flows through your veins, increasing spell power by 7, maximum Vim by 8. And you get a bonus to all damage equal to 5% of your current Vim. Abyssal Shield. Surround yourself with a defensive aura, increasing armor by 4. Inflicts fire and blight damage to all attacking foes. Your Vim will enhance your defenses, reducing all damage by 6% of your current Vim, but never reducing by more than half of the original damage. So of course Vim equal to 5% of the power of the damage blocked. Okay. We've got hexes here. I've seen these before, so I'll just scroll through them. Survival. These are quite generic. Combat training, again, is pretty much there in all melee classes. We've seen those. Let's go for Dismember, because critical chance is always nice to get. Prodigies over here is something we get level 30 and also 42. They're the same on all the classes, but you can only really fit certain prodigies onto certain classes. They're very, very powerful. Okay, welcome Spiffy. You do not remember much of your life before you were on this burning continent, floating in the void between worlds. You have been helping demons, happily participating in their experiments to shatter some sort of shield, preventing them from taking their righteous revenge on Maj'eyal. You are being taken by your handler to the torture pits, to help them figure out how to cause the most pain to those on Maj'eyal. When you hear a roaring above you, you look up and see a burning meteor flying closer, and the demon's spells failing to divert its course. It lands near you, knocking you off your feet with its shockwave and killing your handler instantly. As you recover and your platform of searing earth splits from the main continent, the old memories flood your mind and you come to your senses. The demons are about to destroy your home. You must escape. Okay. I'm going to end the episode here, guys. I think that's a nice introduction to Tales of Maj'eyal. There is a way to... Okay. There's a way to... Oh. I'll figure out the... controls later. There's a way to, like, scroll around my map and stuff. Oh, my map's actually just gone. Okay, whatever. So I'm going to end the episode here, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Drop a like, comment, favourites, and subscribe for more. And as always, I'll see you guys next time.